Get ready to enter other worlds of imagination, innovation, and contemplation, thanks to young filmmakers in the Mountain Lake PBS region. In this program, we'll view short subjects created for the Beyond the Peaks Student Film Festival, as young talent explore the art of making movies. Come along for the ride as we enjoy student festival films. Spotlight Beyond the Peaks.
Mountain Lake Journal on Mountain Lake PBS is made possible in part by
Northline Utilities, creating employment and training opportunities for North Country residents through projects that build community and social infrastructure. We're family-focused and education-oriented. Power is our business, and pride is our choice.
Twin State Technologies, providing cybersecurity and IT solutions to businesses and organizations for over 50 years. Services help protect data, secure networks, and enhance communication systems. Proud to support Mountain Lake Journal on Mountain Lake PBS. Twin State Technologies. Protect, connect, respond. More at twinstate.com. The Lake Placid Institute is proud to be the producer-sponsor of the Beyond the Peaks Student Film Festival. The Lake Placid Institute believes in the power of the arts to inspire and transform communities. More information at lakeplacidinstitute.org. Additional support provided by
Abracadabra boom. This whistle?
There's a small stream a mile or two from camp that seems promising.
1994, Rwanda didn't erupt into chaos. It was engineered, word by word, command by command.
Welcome to a showcase of cinema, courtesy of some talented young people. Hello, I'm Paul Larson, host of Spotlight here on Mountain Lake PBS. And in this program, we're shining the spotlight on the work of student filmmakers from around the state of New York and the province of Quebec. The short films you'll see in this special are winning entries in their respective categories in the Beyond the Peaks Student Film Festival 2025. For the third year, Mountain Lake PBS hosted an awards showcase at the Strand Center Theater in Plattsburgh, New York, where the winning students were honored in a competition that had received 41 entries. As you enjoy the films in this program, take note that the creative ideas you see came from the minds of students ages 14 through 18. We begin our cinematic journey with the overall first place winner in the Beyond the Peaks Student Film Festival, a piece called Armoire. It was submitted by Dylan Ferreira and Max Greenblatt, two juniors from Saratoga Springs High School. As an entry in the narrative category, judges decided the filmmakers not only showed a command of videography, sound design, editing, and pacing, but they also told a compelling story. Here is Armoire.
January 25th, 2005. I still don't trust it, you know? There's something about it. Might just be me. But at some point, I'd like to buy new drawers and tapes. Lots of tapes.
At the awards ceremony, we spoke with the filmmakers about their winning projects. Let's hear from Max Greenblatt about Armoire.
Our biggest challenge was time constraint. We had to shoot a lot of the film at night, but obviously we wanted to make it look like it was daytime, so we had to really work around that constraint by lighting every scene.
The narrative category also had the overall second-place winner of the festival. Congratulations to Jaden Telesco, a 10th grader from Queensbury High School, who titled his piece, Daydreams. Here's a look.
What's this?
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything.
Listen, the assignment isn't hard. You just have to have a better imagination.
At the awards ceremony, we asked Jaden Telesco to speak about creating the film Daydreams.
I love every part of the filmmaking process, the editing, working with my friends mainly. That's honestly the best part, is just getting to hang out with people that I adore and work and create something together that really can have an impact on other people.
According to the festival judges, the narrative category actually had the strongest projects overall in the festival. As we've seen, the first and second place winning films came from the narrative category, and so does the third place winner overall. Here's the film Critical Crust, submitted by 18-year-old Kian Hazarkani of Marianapolis College in Westmount, Quebec.
maintain that the tariffs will strengthen the economy, though they have not specified whose economy. Now, for more pressing news, a local man has declared himself completely fine after his third cup of coffee, despite vibrating profusely. Experts confirm he has achieved a state of quantum flux, existing simultaneously at his desk and the nearest washroom. In other news, city officials are investigating a pigeon who allegedly tastes red. Our top story this evening, the Canadian lab Saint-Murmure de Glanglin has just made a revolutionary breakthrough in nuclear technology. Lead researcher Guy Bernard de Sainte-Fortune de la Montagne de Fromage has more on the story.
Ben là, j'ai pogné un maudit couteau puis j'ai pété l'atome en deux, tabarnak.
Pardon my Italian, but I couldn't understand a single word. What I did catch was that they split the atom with a knife. A knife split the atom. Who knew knives could do that? Oh, Mike, imagine splitting your steak and boom, nuclear fission. Alright, that's enough knife talk for one night. This is Cradle McStubbins signing off.
We asked Kian Hazarkani what he thought of his film once he saw it projected on the big screen at the Strand Center Theatre.
The overall results of Critical Crust, I'm very happy with them. I think I succeeded making it a comedy. Definitely, I think I made it absurdist, which is what I was going for. I think I could make it a little more Canadian, but I put a lot of effort into making it Canadian. One thing I'm happy about is including French-Canadian language, well, French, in there as an attempt to show that that is part of our Canadian identity as well, and we should not forget that.
Now how about something a little scary? The thriller category asks students to hold the audience in suspense while an intriguing story, and sometimes a horrific one, unfolds. Senior Melina Mitchell of Peru High School took home the top honor in this category with a film based on an idea her father and she had conjured up years ago. Here it is, Pop.
I just like, you know, because when I just like, oh my god, you know, like when I, because you got it right. Yeah. You know, like, you just had to be there. Like, the girls who get it, and the girls who don't. It just like.
How'd you guys make out? Not great. I was hoping to find a copy of the AP Bio book I needed, but they said they sold their last one yesterday. Guess I'm out of luck.
Speak for yourself. I found this sweet box of magic cards right here called Magic for the Brave of Heart.
Not another magic book. What do you have, like a dozen of those?
Well, technically counting this is 16, but these aren't books. They're cards, so technically it doesn't count.
Whatever. I can't believe they didn't have that book.
What about that thrift store over on Boynton? They have a lot of books there. Lexi Thomas told me that she got her history review books over there.
Oh yeah, I remember someone mentioning that to me. Doesn't hurt to look.
Be right back, you guys. Okay.
Abracadabra boom. Fizz whistle. Moon petal. Huh. This one's interesting. Huh. Pop. Have a fear that makes you stop. You just need a little pop. Close your eyes and tap your head. Then count to 3 to lose your dread.
That's creepy. What do you think? Hold on. Oh, hey, girl. Nothing. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Alexa in this hot car.
Have a fear that makes you stop. You just need a little pop. Close your eyes and tap your head. Then count to 3 to lose your dread. 1, 2, 3.
I don't even know why Alexa waited this long to get this book. I've been telling her to get it for forever. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's still in there. Yeah, she's getting this book for an AP thing. Yeah. Melina, what is even with this balloon? I thought you were like terrified of it or something. Oh, hey girl, did you get it?
No, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Everyone says that you need this book to have a decent shot at a good score on this exam. I mean, I guess I could order it online, but that won't get me like any time to study.
We asked Melina Mitchell about the genesis of her award-winning film.
with the film Pop, it was an idea that me and my dad had been talking about since I was little, because my dad really inspires me. He does a lot of video stuff, and he's a photographer for a couple different magazines, actually, I think, so he does a lot of film production, so we always just spitball and talk about different ideas, and the Pop idea had always just been something we kind of joked about, so I was really excited to be able to bring it to life my senior year, and I was really happy that people were laughing, because I wanted to be able to get that mix between comedy and thriller for sure.
And now for the quick category, the 60-second challenge. Judges say a 1-minute film might sound simple because it's so short, but actually it's one of the toughest formats to pull off well. In 60 seconds, you need to hook the viewer, tell a story, and leave an impression, all with no time to waste. Sophomore Charles Barone Shaw of Ballston Spa High School submitted the winning entry in this category, a film titled Woods.
There's a small stream a mile or two from camp that seems promising, although I'm not sure of exactly where it is. The more I think about it, the more strange this whole ordeal seems. Why would anyone need a picture of this thing? Why is it so elusive? Stay still. Stay calm. Run.
We asked Charles about the issues he faced while operating in the natural environment he wanted for the lush look of his film.
The setting was challenging. A lot of the mud, the bugs, it was setting up the camera on the rocks and rough ground was all obstacles to overcome. Also, there's a lot of background noise in the area that we were filming, so we had to wait for there was like a jackhammer, so we had to wait for it to stop before rolling sound. And other than that, it was a great time. I had a great crew and positive experience.
The documentary category allows students to tackle real issues, real people, and real stories. 11th grader Ocean Roquizangoga of École Secondaire de la Baie Saint-François in Salaberry de Valleyfield, Quebec, produced a poignant piece about the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi ethnic minority in Rwanda. She's the child of 2 survivors of that incident. Using voice recordings from anonymous survivors, news coverage, plus footage she captured herself in present-day Rwanda, the student created a film called Whisper of Resilience. It won the top prize in the documentary category.
Avis à tous les IND qui nous écoutent, oui, à tous les IND qui nous écoutent, le Rwanda appartient à ceux qui le défendent vraiment. Et vous, les IND, vous n'êtes pas des Rwandais,
It wasn't just a broadcast. It was blueprint for genocide. It was not just words. It was a death sentence.
A genocidal rampage that wiped out nearly 1 million people in just 100 days. Men, women, and children hacked to death with machetes, clubs, and bare hands. When extremists from Rwanda's dominant tribe, the Hutus, set out to exterminate the Tutsi ethnic minority.
In 1994, Rwanda didn't erupt into chaos. It was engineered. Word by word, command by command. Neighbors became executioners, friends became murderers. They were chased from their homes, slaughtered in schools, massacred in churches. There was no sanctuary, no escape. The killers didn't come from outside, they were classmates, colleagues, even family. I am am the child of two survivors of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. Their stories shaped my life, and this film is my way of honoring them and the memory of those we lost. While I don't have footage from the time, I have voices, stories that must be heard. You will now hear two anonymous testimonies from survivors. Their identities are hidden, but their experiences will never be forgotten.
When the genocide happened, I was 19 years old. To leave my house because my house was burned and half of my family was killed. Seeing every day about 100 people die, and I was waiting myself to die. And for 3 months, I was waiting for death every day.
That time I was only 15 years old. I lost my dad, my two brothers, my 5 uncles, and so many cousins and extended family. I remember hiding with others in small places, listening to the sound of violence all over the place. This tragedy deeply affected my life. I carry a heavy sense of loss and trauma. Sometimes I struggle with feelings of survivor guilt, wondering why I lived with so many others did not.
The Tutsi genocide left scars that will never fade, but from unimaginable loss, Rwanda has risen. What was meant to break them only made them stronger. Today, Rwanda stands united, not defined by the past, but by the strength to move forward, together. The horrors of the time must never be forgotten, and the lesson learned must guide us all. This is Whisper of Resilience, a tribute to the survivors and a promise that we will never forget. Whisper of Resilience is a documentary dedicated to my deceased family members who lost their lives during the 1994 genocide against the Tutsis.
At the ceremony, Ocean told us about the challenges she faced making her first film.
It was really emotional to make that film, and that made it hard because, I cried a lot when I learned some stories, and it hits emotionally, and it's hard in that part.
The Beyond the Peaks Student Film Festival first came together in 2019, thanks to the vision and work of the organization ADK Action. When ADK Action sought a new partner to carry on the tradition in 2023, they turned to Mountain Lake PBS. A team of community judges determines the winners based on criteria including script planning, quality of the production, and strength of the story and content. Once again this year, Mountain Lake PBS is proud to celebrate the power of digital storytelling and the work of emerging filmmakers, such as 10th grader Jaden Telesco from Queensbury High School. Not only did he win second place overall for his narrative film Daydreams, he also submitted the winning entry in our open category, a film titled Clicks.
ready. Let's go.
We at Mountain Lake PBS hope you enjoyed seeing works by emerging artists in the Beyond the Peaks Student Film Festival competition. And maybe your turn is coming soon. If you're in high school and live in New York State, Vermont, or the province of Quebec, you're welcome to submit a film for our next competition. We have more information at mountainlake.org/beyondthepeaks. I'm Paul Larson. Until next time, I invite you all to shine your spotlight beyond the peaks.
Spotlight is supported by the Glenn and Carol Pearsall Adirondack Foundation, dedicated to improving the quality of life for year-round residents of the Adirondack Park. Mountain Lake Journal on Mountain Lake PBS is made possible in part by
Northline Utilities, creating employment and training opportunities for North Country residents through projects that build community and social infrastructure. We're family-focused and education-oriented. Power is our business, and pride is our choice.
Twin State Technologies, providing cybersecurity and IT solutions to businesses and organizations for over 50 years. Services help protect data, secure networks, and enhance communication systems. Proud to support Mountain Lake Journal on Mountain Lake PBS. Twin State Technologies. Protect, connect, respond. More at twinstate.com. The Lake Placid Institute is proud to be the producer-sponsor of the Beyond the Peaks Student Film Festival. The Lake Placid Institute believes in the power of the arts to inspire and transform communities. More information at lakeplacidinstitute.org. Additional support provided by